Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're well. I've just had a really interesting conversation with a potential client, and it's something that comes up quite a lot when we first consider starting on plan, and that's obviously the cost. And one of the biggest objections is I can't afford it. And when you think first glance and you look at it, you just think, oh my gosh, like that is a lot of money. But often what we find is that the money is already being spent. And I'll explain how that works. So the guy that I was talking to today was describing to me a typical day so that I could understand his habits, and get an idea of his lifestyle. And the conversation went along the lines of, I have cereal, like sugary cereal in the morning. I go to Sainsbury's every day and I'll get like a pasty meal deal around about 11:30. Then I'll go to Greggs around about 2 o'clock. I'll get a sausage roll. I have at least a full fat litre of Coke a day, plus energy drinks, Red Bull, Monster, etc. Then he'll go home. So on average, he is spending around £8 a day. And this is not, it's not greedy. It's just convenient, right? Hungry, on the go. He's, he's a tradesman, so in vans, life's on the go. Petrol station stops are quite often the norm. So I get it. And this isn't about being greedy. This is just about being convenient. So we did a little bit of an exercise, and we based on the fact that he's spending on average £8 a day. And £8 a day over 20 days, because let's just assume he's doing it Monday to Friday, is £160 a month. And that's serious money. And I've got my notes here. But what's happening is that whilst that money is being spent, that £160 a month, nothing is changing, right? No habits, no old habits are being broken, no new habits are being created. And how we are feeling is not changing. When we've been thinking about starting a weight loss journey and we've not started, and we're considering our options and we're justifying the cost, etc., that money is being spent and nothing of any benefit is helping us change. So whilst the plan might sound a massive outlay and a cost at first, it's really worth doing this exercise, because when you're on plan, it's not an extra cost. We're just redirecting that £160, which you probably might have been spending. And maybe that might not be your typical day, but it could be going in for a Costa coffee, or, going to the cinema, maybe a Deliveroo, etc. So thinking about, aside from your weekly shop, where else are you spending your money? Is it Costas coffees? Is it drive-throughs? Is it Deliveroos, Just Eats, or whatever? And add them all up, and you will find, and you'll be quite shocked at how much money you're actually spending on something that is not helping you to achieve your goals. So all that money is being spent and nothing changes. So when we redirect that money, and we are now able, we have this this available money that we're not spending on the Greggs, on the sausage roll, on this, Sainsbury's meal deals or whatever. All of a sudden, the plan, which we thought at first kind of reaction was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to afford that. Well, I think, well, hold on. If I'm on plan, I'm not going to be buying in all of those things, because they're not going to be giving my nutrition. They're not going to be benefiting me. They're not going to be aiding me towards my weight loss. Because what the money you are spending on, or what you are spending your money on, is proper nutrition, it's structure, it's accountability, it's weekly support, it's that kind of like clear steps and guideline to work you through to be able to get to your goal weight and maintain. So what you're spending, even though the spend is the same, it has real purpose. It's working towards something that is of value to you, that is a goal of yours, to be able to get into that bikini or do that dress up, or to get your health under control. that £160 a month is being redirected into something of value that is going to help you. So what I normally see happen is that when those who have started the plan and that money has been redirected, our impulse to purchase those petrol station snacks, etc., that drops, because we're feeding our body with nutrition, we're filling up our body in the right way. We are, less grabbing and grazing. We take the pride, because we have more pride and we're excited about where this journey is going to take us. We start to prepare and we start to plan. And it's such a mindset shift, because you think, well, hold on, I'm spending this money on something that is going to benefit me. I want to give myself the best possible chance. So your mindset changes on how you want to see that £160 and how you want to spend, how you want to support yourself on it. So whilst I'm saying that, those items are, we're not going to purchase them, I'm not saying that we're never going to purchase them again, but what we learn by being on plan is that we learn that actually those things are actually only needed in moderation. Those things that we were buying daily without even realising it and understanding the nutrition, the calories, we had no awareness. When we start going through that journey and we're heading towards our goal weight and we start to feel more confident, more healthier, we recognise that those aren't the things that we crave anymore. They're not the things that we want. Yes, we might have them on the odd occasion, but that's what they are. They're things that appear on the odd occasion, not things that we are frequently purchasing on a daily basis. So, I used to do it, and I see it everywhere, and it's a really good challenge. It's a bit of an eye-opening. It's not someone that, you feel like, oh, I don't want to do it, because you feel like that when you add it all up, it's kind of like you almost don't want to look at it. It's that uncomfortable truth. But when you do it and you realise, oh my gosh, how much money am I spending? Cost of coffee, you can't get a Costa coffee for under £3.50. So, if you're having those like every day, automatically you are considerably able to redirect that money spent on coffee onto something that is going to help you. So I used to do it, and now that I find that I have them less often, I crave them less, which is only going to help me. So if you're probably thinking, I'd like to start plan, I don't think I can afford it, challenge yourself to break down over a 4-week period what it is you spend on takeouts, on takeaway coffees, cinema trips, etc. And you will be really, really surprised. And then hopefully with that information, it will be able to give you the confidence to go, well, actually, this thing that I really want to do, I really want to lose weight, I really want to regain my confidence, I really want to get my health in check, I really want to go out dating again, and all of those things that you wanted to do but felt like you couldn't afford to do it. But when you do the sums, you realise that you're spending that money anyway. You're just now going to redirect it into something that's going to really help and benefit you. So I hope that's helped and given you food for thought. If you would like any more information, then please do drop me a message. I'm here, it's completely no pressure. Have a chat, find out if this is something that could work for you. There's always a solution. We can thrash out some ideas of what ways it could work for you. But it is always that initial, I don't think I can afford it. But when we break it down and we realise what we've been spending our money on unnecessarily, and we can redirect that, you'll be surprised with what you can do. I'd really appreciate it if you could hit the like, subscribe, drop me a comment below. It would really, really help. And yeah, thank you so much for listening.